Facebook considers getting into the NFT game. Players have earned over $1 million in the Upland Metaverse. Topps makes the leap from Wax to Avalanche for their next MLB release, and the Bored Apes ecosystem is anything but boring as Sotheby's is ramping up for an auction, and over $96 million of Mutant Apes sold in just 1 hour. Apes, dogs, cats, penguins, horses, and all other species and critters are littering the NFT landscape, and things are just getting started. So join us as we mint this nifty news, episode number 88 of the Nifty Show.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Travis and Joel are the hosts, you'll know. Travis and Joel say this won't blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go. It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.
Greetings, NFT enthusiasts and fans from all around the globe and perhaps out there in the universe, where this podcast might be first contact for some aliens. I'm Joel Comm.
And I'm Zorg B.
if we are first contact, the NFTs, and they're like seeing this, the civilization has very rudimentary drawing skills. What is with the apes and the pigs and the gophers and the raccoons?
Well, they're bailing. The aliens are like, we're out of here. There's clearly no intelligent life forms. We turned on CNN, and there's, you can tell.
Well, we're glad that you're here for episode number 88. This is our news episode, and there is a lot to cover. Honestly, if we covered all of the news in the NFT space in one show, it would take us hours each week. There's so much happening. We've gone from where there was, a year ago when we started in this space, one launch every few weeks to one launch a week to a launch a day. And now there are 8 to 10 NFT launches or more. These are just the ones that we see every single day. So this space is busting that all over.
That is true. And I need to eat some lunch. I'm a little bit hungry.
You can NFT
actually, I'm fasting today, actually. So this is doing another. My goal is this to do a 72 hour. I am now 25 hours in. Doing a 72-hour one does some really interesting things within your body. But if you can get to 72, then you can go to a week, because once you pass the day 3, day 4, and 5 are pretty easy. But I've only been able to pass that threshold like 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times.
I'm going to fast longer than that when I'm dead.
That's true. That is true.
I'm going to fast for the rest of eternity. At least this body will. Hopefully the rest of us lives on somewhere and we get to eat all the unhealthy foods that killed us in the first place. That tastes really good.
Yeah. But I'm going to buy as many NFTs as possible before that time.
So before you mint some launch, let's take a look here at CoinGecko.com. They have updated the NFT page, Sir Lord Travis. You picked up on this.
They have, yeah. So this is, hold on a second. What page?
The NFT page on CoinGecko.
On CoinGecko. Oh yeah. So this right here. Now this to me now is in some ways a little more valuable. In some ways it's still interesting. But if you go to the NFT tab, you'll see there's the NFTs and collectibles page. Those are the ones that a lot of these are just the generative art pieces that are popping up on Ethereum. If you look at this, they're mostly all Ethereum pieces, and they're telling you what's the floor price of them, how many of them are, how many have been sold in the last 24 hours, etc. How much have been sold total, how much was the highest sale. So that's some interesting stuff on here. Like on this one right here, this past week, which we're going to talk about this, the Mutant Ape Yacht Club, that basically they took the Bored Apes, they added some I don't know, some crazy goo, some space goo, and then they turn mutant, and then one of them is already sold for 335 ETH.
Wow. Well, it is the #1 collection right now, I guess by 24-hour volume is how it works here on this page. Bored Apes, Creature World, Loot, a bunch of ones I haven't even heard. There's a Pudgy Penguins coming in at #7, and Travis and I both have a Pudgy Penguin. And today, if you have a Pudgy Penguin, you can go to pudgypenguins.io and you can get a Pudgy gift. It's a Christmas gift, and for every Pudgy Penguin you have, you can claim one of these for free plus gas, but you can't open it. You won't be revealed until Christmas. So that's kind of a fun way to extend the life of a product, because now what are those things going to go for in the secondary market, right?
Well, I did notice that. Look at it though. The Pudgy Penguins are down 16%. The floor was at about 3 ETH. Now they're about 2.5 ETH. And I was watching it and I was like, and I actually know, I think at one point there was like 3 something ETH, like maybe 3.7 ETH, right? So they're going down. It would seem to me that now that they've given out some of the presents, or they're in the process of doing that, then maybe people are like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to sell my Pudgy Penguin now because I got the gift and blah, blah, blah. But these are interesting. I want to share this link with you guys, folks. You've heard, oh, you have something you want to cover first?
Yeah. Penguins go up, penguins go down.
Okay. All right. That was crucial, important right there.
It was. I needed to stop you for that.
Yeah, that's good. So pull up etherscan.io, Joel. Let's show them let's show folks a magical trick we discovered.
Okay. In fact, I should probably share the screen in general right here, so you guys that are watching on the YouTubes or library.tv, which we're even a bigger fan of, can see what's going on here. If you listen to the show on audio, that's great. We're glad you're here. In fact, the majority of you listen on audio to the show, but pop over to YouTube or to Odyssey, which is the new rebranded version of Library TV, and you can see the video version with all the visuals of all the pretty pixels.
It's so beautiful. But yeah, click on tokens right there. They're on the tab. You can see tokens there, Mr. Joel Comm. And then ERC 721 top tokens. This right here is a really cool link. Now you can see these are the ones that have sold the most by transfers on Ethereum, right? So you can actually look. Here's a new one that I've not even seen before yet. So click on Monkey Bet, Joel. Number 2.
Bet. All right.
Yep. And what you want to do. Yep. And go ahead and click on that contract where it says right over here. You should be able to copy it. Boom. Now go over to OpenSea.
All right. Let's pop that contract in right here and see what we got. Monkey Bet DAO.
There you go. So that's the best way to ensure that you have the actual one, right? Because sometimes it's a little wonky. So these are monkeys. Look at these right here. So let's see which one's what the actual floor price is on the floor.
Looks like 0.18.
0.18. These look cool. People like monkeys, right? So me being a monkey fan, right? We know what Bored Apes did. These are kind of cute too. So maybe we want to find one of these that is, we know that they've sold out, right? Because we see that on Ethereum, on Etherscan, they've completely sold out. All of them are out there now. And there's 10,000 of them. There's only 1,600 owners because people go in there and they're starting to buy them and buy them. And look at this. This is the first NFT casino. The casino is owned by the monkeys. Each monkey represents a proportional ownership of the Monkey Bet platform by way of the Monkey DAO. So I've not dived into this yet because we just saw it, but I'm going to go do some research on that and see what's going on, because it sounds like they have a Monkey Bet casino, and more money that happens in that is going to be distributed to people who own these NFTs. So there's actually a really cool potential utility for that set of NFTs right there. They're actually sharing in the wealth, right? Imagine if Apple had NFTs and you got to share in the wealth of their stock, right? Or their
I have to say, this is kind of funny. I went to DuckDuckGo to look up Monkey Bet DAO to see what will come up, and as I was typing, you know how it gives you auto suggestions, and I typed monkey, and the first thing that came off is Monkey Bit Women's Face Off.
You don't want those monkey bits.
No, you don't want those at all. So that's a really good find here. This is new ways of tracking NFTs. So if you go to etherscan.io, you can track stuff here, and we'll talk maybe more about some of these.
Pudgy presents. Look at this. Look at how many that have been claimed so far. Scroll down. Pudgy
there you
present, go. 5,464 of the 8,888 have been claimed. I wonder what they're going for in the secondary market.
Let's find out. Let's take a look right here on OpenSea, and it looks like the floor price is 0.42.
Wow,
ETH on these already.
Wow, so, and these are not, and these were free, right? This was a bonus by having a Pudgy Penguin, but what's interesting is, though, I think some of the value of the floor got distributed once they kind of created this thing. The other one was 3.7 ETH. Now they're 2.5 ETH, and so you sell your Pudgy Penguin and your your pudgy present, and you got yourself about 3 ETH at this point.
I think that that's an initial sell-off, and I fully expect next week when we do the show that pudgy penguins will be worth more, because it's what happens, right? People buy the rumor and then sell the news. Well, the news is sold, and now usually what that means is you get oversold on something, and people are like, wait a second, just because they're doing these presents, that doesn't mean there are more penguins. Who knows what those presents are going to be? There's still only whatever the number of pudgy penguins were.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, I love that trick. So there you go. There's an interesting trick. Now, also right here, Joel, when we're talking about the NFT collections and stuff, click on the related coins. Let's look at the related coins down there.
There we go. And number one, I bet, is Theta. I bet it's Theta still. And of course it has to load. There we go. Yep. Theta, number one. Axie, $72. Chiles, Engine, Flow, Decentraland, Audius, The Sandbox, Ultra, Ecomi, Wax. The usual suspects.
The usual suspect. It's nice to see Ecomi has popped up a little bit. So they have tomorrow, I believe, they're launching the some NFTs with Marvel. So that's a little pop right there. I would not be surprised to see Ecomi and the OMI token popping back up. Its all-time high was 1.35 cents. I called the high in the room. I was like, come on, the market cap of this thing is not $2 billion, guys. Are you serious? They're like, shut up, you don't know anything. I was like, I think this is probably near the high. And they were like, shut up. It was just so funny. I was like, oh, come on, guys. Have you not seen crypto before? And then it completely tanked after that. But I never came in and gloated. I'm gloating right now.
You're gloating now. So here's the big news. So the Mutant Apes went on sale, 10,000 of them for 3 ETH. I think I saw the floor is almost double that right now. They sold $96 million worth of apes in 1 hour. And they're pretty badass. I mean, wow. $10,000 an ape.
Dude, so now they've got this ape thing down on lockdown, dude. This whole yacht club thing, all they got to do is say, all right, now we're doing the shitty ape yacht club, and these are all apes that are taking a shit. And like, all right, yeah, we made $120 million in 46 minutes. Like, wow. Like, when you get a good brand like this and something that people love, and they're actually able, what's funny is you're able to take their original Bored Ape, and then they added some goo or whatever it was, some M1 or some M2 serum, and you get to you retains the traits of the original ape right there. And then I guess they get to keep their original ape, and then now they were able for 3 ETH to buy the new ape. And then now, how much are they worth now? What's the floor on these new apes?
It's almost 6. It's about 5.5 is what I saw. So
wow.
This is amazing. And this is why when you've got a property that's successful like Pudgy Penguins, and they just did a freebie to sell your Pudgy Penguin, is to say, well, they're not going to do anything else. And I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that they're definitely going to do something else, because they have a penguin by the tail. Do penguins have tails? They have a penguin by the tail feather. Flightless fowls. That's how they can catch them.
Better shake your tail feather. So the apes have generated $354 million in sales. Are you kidding me? Like, that is unbelievable. Only 8 of the mega mutant serum. If you get one of these, your life has changed forever. Wow, look at that.
Damn. So along those same lines, there's more stories here, by the way, that you can read about this for data. If you go to our show notes at nifty.show/88, like this one on nftplazas.com, which, by the way, I'm not familiar with this site. So I'm going to go ahead right now and just bookmark that and stick it in my my NFT folder. And so should producer Aaron. nftplazas.com, good place to check. This story right here is Sotheby's. The big auction house is now gearing up to have a Bored Ape auction. 2 auctions are going to take place in early September. One lot features 101 of the collectibles. So the estimated value is $12 to $18 million.
Wow. And they also get some of the serums to be able to create a new mutant one right there. So can you imagine how much 101 of those Bored Apes? And that's the thing. There's a very few folks out there who have gone in, they find the contract address, and they go in and start minting them, and they start minting as many as they can. Now, that's another thing that you can see on if you go on to Etherscan again and look under those token trackers, one of the things that you can do is you can see how many are holders of them, and you can see like which holder is holding how many. You can see like sometimes there's like people with like 80 of these things, right? And you're like, damn, how'd they get them? Probably because they were minting them directly to the contract.
It's a fad. It's tulips. People are wasting their money. Oh, really? You know, when you start seeing the major auction houses get involved, you know, you're breaking through into the mainstream. And this is, you know, right now, NFTs are the craze. And will a lot of these projects disappear? Yes, they will. But are some of them prime for long-term investments? Could be.
So look at this. Actually, while we're looking at this NFT plazas, Electronic Arts is assembling its own blockchain division. There's an article right there. So, wow, about time you freaking started looking into blockchain there, EA Sports. You know, or EA. I know that actually a lot of your EA, some of the executives have left and gone off. One of the top executives left and moved over to Gala Games, right? So there's a lot of people over. There's a lot of people who have said, "Hey, we know this is going to be huge." And there's another great article over here. Binance is auctioning off Van Gogh and
okay, but we have 20 articles already. So
wow, so many. See, there's too much shit to talk about.
Yeah,
folks.
there's too much. If we go down every rabbit trail, this one's interesting too. From decrypt.co, it shows the 15 most expensive NFTs ever sold. And of course, that is as of August 26th. That could change any day now. And it starts with Beeple's first 5,000 days. It goes to a CryptoPunk number 7523 that sold for $11.8 million. We encourage you to go to our show notes and pick up on the top 15 here at nifty.show/88. And you can read more about that. So, Sir Lord Travis, do you care what Mark Zuckerberg is up to if NFTs are involved?
Well, you know, I think that they're going to definitely be looking. They should be looking into digital assets in some way. I don't know what they're doing. This is not a piece that I've seen.
They are building their digital wallet, and now they're looking at building NFT features into it. And of course they're going to. Of course they're going to. You're going to have. So the company, the wallet is called Novi. That's their digital wallet. And they're like, well, we could use it to hold NFTs as well. And you will. So according to David Marcus, who is an exec at Facebook, he says that the digital wallet is ready now, but they're waiting to launch it until they can do so alongside Diem, their digital currency previously known as Libra, and that's their stable coin. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, Facebook can just eat a bag of dicks, but they're going to get in the space. You know, they are. One thing
that's pretty interesting about it, though, is that if they're getting into NFTs and non-fungible tokens along with their DM project, which is a stable coin, like that opens up the world to 2 billion people or so, right? To NFTs in theory, right? And then people are going to go, wow, okay, Facebook's non-Facebook tokens, non-fungible Facebook tokens, NFTs. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to me that if they're going to start doing NFTs, then that means Instagram's probably is looking in some way of doing NFTs as well, Joel.
I would imagine so. I'll tell you what, if Facebook is creating Diem, that is one Diem that I will not be in a hurry to carpe.
I'm not going to carpe the F out
of that Diem can go on here. Who is UTA? United Talent Agency. So they have signed art projects like CryptoPunks, Meebits, and Autoglyphs to represent them now, because people are going to want to use these IPs in other forms of media. And so they have to have representation. And so Larva Labs is the company that is responsible for these. And they have signed with a talent agency, another sign that we are on the cusp of true early adoption.
Wow. So like these NFTs are so important. They have their own agent.
Yeah, this guy right here has his own agent. This guy here has his own agent. This CryptoPunk here with the pigtails. By the way, my hair is long enough now that I can do pigtails.
We need to do crypto Joels.
It's very cute.
All right, here's another NFT project. They think Mars is the top place for the metaverse, and check it out. Like this this is not the only one who is all about Mars. And this actually looks it looks really close to the Mars cards sort of collection, which was launched on Wax. And so Mars 4 is going to be 888 ultra rare NFTs that are going to represent the most famous geological sites on Mars. And there's going to be a lot of different plots of land. They're basically going to turn Mars into a interactive 3D virtual world. And they're saying it's going to be like a combination between Axie Infinity and Decentraland, but based on Mars.
Play to earn, man. Play to earn is the future. Watch these projects move more and more towards compensating, giving people an opportunity to earn either their native token or more NFTs or experiences or physical products, virals as they call them at Wax. More and more of this stuff is going to happen because just collectibles on their own are going to pale in comparison to NFTs that deliver additional value. So they're coming at you, and this is one of them.
Wasn't it like Ready Player One type of thing? Like, look at this. I mean, if you look at it, politics aside, we are moving towards a world where large corporations run most everything. A lot of the small businesses are getting shut down, and a lot of time that people have on their hands, they're going to be using and spending in these metaverses, right? And the way they're going to literally make money is through playing to earn through these platforms. So getting in early to these platforms and earning money is a way to kind of stay ahead of the game, because this is where our civilization seems to be headed, right? There seems to be, we're in this weird time from 2020 to 2030. The world is going to evolve in such a strange way. And we can already see what's happening, but people are, quarantined at home and new lockdowns are happening. And so what they're doing is they're spending more time than ever in these metaverses, and playing to earn money is one way they're going to do it to keep their family afloat, right? This is what's happening.
I was watching a video earlier today with our friend Jesse Agrod from Splinterlands. He was on Ken Bosak's podcast, and he was talking about how people are writing him to say thank you, because I started playing Splinterlands a couple of years ago. I was able to cash out of my Splinterlands assets and buy a house, right? I mean, that's incredible. Like, people are making some unbelievable money from these play to earn games, but you got to play. You can't just buy it and say when Lambo, when Moon. You have to play, or be there very early. One opportunity to be there early, we think, has risen up with the game Star Atlas. They just did their token offering here just last week. And it looks like for those who got some good deal, because now the news comes out that Animoca has invested and is partnering with Star Atlas. And of course, Animoca, Yatsu's organization, they are incredibly aggressive in the NFT space. We're coming at you with NFTs. No, I mean, they're just diversifying. They're going across various chains. And now this means that they're going to be exploring the Solana chain.
Well, not only that, but what this is going to do, you read the article here, it says they're going to create, this link is going to create a stable connection to Ethereum. So Solana to Ethereum, and sort of cross-chain capabilities with your assets from Star Atlas. And I'll tell you this, Star Atlas has some of the most beautiful NFTs, like not only just an NFT, but like they have this AR capability. And we've talked to them in the past. We've had Michael Wagner on the show before, but man, they're just so cool, man. It's like if you use the latest version of Instagram and you click the QR code or whatever, it just starts, spaceships flying by and explosions and all kinds of stuff.
Dude, have you seen this new website? I have not seen this. StarAtlas.com. Yeah, look what happening is I'm scrolling, like rocket ships are coming out, things are flying around, we're flying through the galaxy. Very cool. They have updated this since we last saw it. So Animoca getting involved can only be a good thing for Star Atlas. And here's a project, Trav, that we have known about for almost 2 years now. Almost three.
I guess it was 2019, I guess, when we first started them. You're right.
Here's that damn NFT radar thing popping up again. Their little messenger. Upland.me has said that players have now earned over $1 million in trading in their metaverse.
Wow.
Incredible. And they are growing. They're now they're expanding more around New York City. They did Staten Island. It used to be when they would launch a city, I'd go in and buy a few. Now people are like, they jump all over them. And I haven't been able to buy anything because I don't have time to watch when they're launching and play the game actively. So I'm just collecting my my UPIX from people visiting properties. And you and I think, I don't know how many you got, but I got 3 terminals in LaGuardia. And so people are, they're paying to come through the terminals, or maybe it was in San Francisco and LaGuardia between the two of them.
I think I sold one of mine. I think I sold my SFO terminal. I think I sold that for a ridiculous amount. So I said, yeah, I'll take that, because I wanted to buy a big building in New York City. So I did that.
Oh, did you get a skyscraper?
I think I got a big skyscraper. I was trying to bid for the Trump Tower because I thought that'd have been hilarious. It would have been huge. Everyone wanted to buy it, but they're like, they should do like with some of those big, those big monuments and those big buildings, they should be fractional ownership. I think they should be like, hey, we're going to divide this into 100 and whatever. But
so they've got Cleveland now. They've got Cleveland. I mean, this is big. And based on seeing how these guys have rolled out stuff here the past few years, they're not stopping. Incredibly talented, very smart, of course, to work with us for Blockchain Heroes, because now people are able to bring in Blockchain Heroes block explorers if they have the collectibles on wax through the portal and use in the game, which is fun.
I got 2 million UPIX right now in my account that I could go buy stuff with. That's pretty nice from what I've been earning.
You're a rich Trav.
I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get all the way up to 10 million total value. Then I get to become an executive.
Executive Travis.
Quite an executive yet.
So, we talked recently how Topps has been abandoned by Major League Baseball after 70 plus years of being the ones to print the physical baseball cards. They're going to Topps, or MLB is going to Fanatics. Well, it looks like Topps has left wax to go to Avalanche for the cards that they're going to be able to make, for the next couple of years or so, that they have the license to do so.
I wonder, though, they do have the license of the 70 years archive. So aren't they still going to be able to do stuff with their previous collections and stuff? It would seem like they own them. They should be able to do stuff. This is almost like, honey, I'm with you. I love you. I've been with you for 70 years, but I got to get the hell out of here, man. I'm tired of your shit.
So there's a new set that's going to come out in September, and it's going to be on Avalanche, which, I don't know what to expect from them. I don't know exactly what they're going to look like, but I do know this.
I know exactly what they're going to look like. They're the Inception series. So if you have done, I use the MLB or the Topps Bunt app, and the Inception collection came out a couple of months ago. So I think this is a little bit bullshit. I got to call bullshit on this, because they are selling packs of these Inception sets to people on MLB Bunt, and you got to buy diamonds. And then when you buy enough diamonds, you got to pay for the packs and you open them. They're not NFTs. They're digital collectibles, but they're not NFTs. And so now they're going to be selling the exact same set on Avalanche as NFTs. Which one's the true collectible? Because there's a lot of people who spend a lot of money already on the Bunt app, right? So I think
but Bunt's not mintable, right? You can only buy and sell and trade with.
Yeah, but they've already sold them. They're digital collectibles that people have been spending lots of money on for years, and I think it's just a little crazy to me. I don't necessarily.
Well, then we have to look in the mirror and call bullshit on ourselves, because we sold Blockchain Heroes on wax, and people can buy them in quid also.
But that's different because it's quid.
Self bullshit calling, right?
Okay, self bullshit calling, I guess. But the thing is that
I don't think it is. I think
it opens up more people.
Audience.
Yeah, it reaches in a different audience. But I think that I don't know.
I think you just got your panties in a twist. I think that's what happened.
My panties are a little bit in a twist, because I got a lot of really cool cards in here that are not NFTs, and they should be NFTs, and they're not, Joel. And you just busted my balls.
All right, somebody call
my story.
Call the wambulance. Now, here's the other observation that I'm going to make, is that the first set of cards that were released on wax, those are now legendary. Those are the first official MLB NFTs that were ever created, and wherever else Topps goes with NFTs, that's always going to be the first set. and you can't get a pack for, I think, under $400 or so. So I'm holding on. I've got a couple packs that I'm not going to open. Those are long-term hodls. And I think that the fact that they're leaving wax might make them even more valuable and rare.
It might. And you know what? I'm looking at this, which is wild, is that Avalanche, if you look at the price of Avalanche right now, it is like there's a $6.8 billion market cap. And it's, you know, $40 a token. It's down 25% in the last 7 days. But I mean, you mean tell me that it was almost $10 billion? And I think that, to me, it's like, wow, wax should be so much higher than it is because of all the things that get dropped on it. And maybe they're just leaving because of the shiny. I don't know. We've not talked to those guys about why they decided to do that. Maybe wax wasn't as supportive for them or something. I don't necessarily know, but I'm kind of sad to see him go.
This is interesting too. Just as I'm looking here on Decrypt, Ethereum is back at $3,400. Like Bitcoin is down to 47.5 and Ethereum is on the move up. So I don't know what's going on there, but I still am going to stand by the notion that there will be a market cap flippening at some point, because Ethereum just has a lot more utility. Let's talk.
We got a hell of a lot of great NFTs over there on that Ethereum platform. All the pudgy penguins and the apes and the things are going to all, like, you know, they're going to revolt and they're going to be like, we need to flip in this whole thing because there's so many animals. Noah would be proud.
It's
Noah
Animal Farm.
Noah would be happy.
All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Let's talk sports, Sir Lord Travis. Take it away.
Sports ball. This is some hockey sports ball. And the New York Islanders greats. Here's a couple guys that play the hockeys. Dennis Potvin and Brian Trottier. They are featured in a limited edition set over here. And where is it located at? I don't see.
Fanapoli. Oh, by the way, I think I showed you this, and it's not in our show notes right now, but you might be interested in this one, Sir Lord Travis, because Bitski.com has their MLB Stadium series. They're releasing iconic stadiums over a period of a month or so. And this week they've got your stadium, the K, as I was instructed. That's how you say it by producer Aaron.
It's true. It's Kauffman Stadium is the K. And I bought one of these.
Did you buy one?
Yeah, I did. I'm not going to bid on the $5,000 one, but it's kind of cool. It's like I'm going to keep an eye on it and see, because there's still 2 days left on this one, on this gold edition one. So it's quite possible somebody else is going to do it. But these NFTs are pretty cool. But what's interesting about this one is if you are the winner on this thing, then you get all kinds of perks. You get you get a meeting with George Brett. You get what else you get? You get some other stuff. You get you get to be there for the first pitch. Well, you might actually, I think you might get to do a first pitch. You get 2 tickets to a game. You get a stadium tour. You get a player meet and greet and limited edition stadium print. So that's pretty awesome. And I think there's like I think there's one you get to meet George Brett or something.
So there's a few that are up for sale right now. The Angels, Chase Field. Who's that? The A's.
I think Chase Field is I think that's the Mets.
Oracle. So these are the ones that have already sold, and you could see what the golden editions have gone for. Orioles 23, Busch Stadium 13.5, PNC. That's the Giants, I'm assuming. Is that right? PNC Park.
No, that's Pittsburgh Pirates.
It is? That bridge is a Pittsburgh bridge?
Yes, that's Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay,
bridge, yeah.
There you go. So I bought Yankees went for 33,000. I bought one of these because I grew up going to see the Cubbies play when I was a little boy, and of course, you know, their outfield is known for the signature ivy on the walls, and 346 of these sold. So I don't know, this is, for $100, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Little Wrigley right there.
Yeah,
all right, we got more sports balls. This one with tennis balls.
Yes, and Naomi Osaka, she has signed on with the autograph.io, which is Tom Brady's NFT platform. And it'll say that down here, but she's going to be launching her own stuff. I don't know if this is a particular one is going to be on autograph, but I know that she's going to be doing some launching her own NFTs. And I know that she's partnered with Tom over there, because there was a shirt that said Tom and Derek Jeter and Naomi and Tiger Woods, like all those folks have signed over there with autograph.
What do they call the tennis judge guy here that sits on the side? Or is it a referee?
They call him Judgy McJudgerton.
This looks like Neil Patrick Harris here on the
Judgy Pants.
Doesn't it look like NPH here? He's judging the flying coin telegraph.
It does a little. It does a little.
There, just a little bit. From sports to art, a fake Banksy NFT sold through an artist's website for £244,000, which is $336,000.
Yeah.
A British collector says he feels burned after buying this fake Banksy NFT advertised.
Yeah. I felt shitty whenever I bought one. So it was this one that I got hosed on one recently on OpenSea, because OpenSea is really bad about letting scammers just kind of run free and setting up accounts. So what was the one that I had that let me pull it up here and look. It was something about it was robots. It was like silly it was something baby robots or something, you know, the one that just happened not too long ago. Let me pull it up here.
This guy thought he was buying the world famous graffiti artist's first ever NFT. He did not. An anonymous person on Discord linked it to him. Dudes, Discord is just full of great communities and some of the worst trash that humanity has to offer. If anybody DMs you anything with an offer, just in their one, like, I'm not talking about, hey, they're talking about a community that you can join and is a legit community. You have to look really closely because people will try to scam you left and right. And a dude that we interviewed on Bad Crypto, who I'm not going to name, we interviewed him a few months ago. He was not paying attention and he lost several Bored Apes and some other NFTs, something like $300,000 worth of stuff to a Discord scammer. Be careful. Let me
yeah, it is great. Let me share my screen here real quick with you.
Sharing is caring.
Share my screen, share and share alike. All right. So when these baby battle bots came out, which they've still not, I guess, been revealed. Like, how long does it take to reveal some of these damn things? Seems like it's taking forever.
Baby battle bot. When you going to show your face? Sorry.
Yeah. So I was looking at this one right here, and then what was crazy about it is it looks exactly like it, and here's why it looks exactly like it. Because its URL was baby battle bots. It's a fake account with the freaking real name. This was the page.
It's been taken down. Yeah,
they've took it down, and that's was it. Is like baby battle bots. So they were just selling at that time, and they had not been. Well, they're still not revealed, but it was hard to find. So if you just go on there and type in baby battle bots, that one popped up first, and then you click on it. It said baby battle bots. I'm like, oh, this has got to be it. It wasn't verified yet. Well, since then they've been verified, but they weren't verified when they were launched. And so real easy. So I lost 0.1 ETH by buying one of those for $340. It's not quite, somebody spending 270,000 pounds on something, but still it's so easy to get scammed. Literally the exact name of the project was the username that the people who owned the freaking the IP didn't use that one. Like, what the hell? Like it was frustrating, but it was only 0.1 ETH, but still that's a lot of money.
Well, Trav, let's hit the floor here and talk about some upcoming projects and existing projects. The first one I want to talk about is Crypto Moon Boys. Our friend Darren Cullen at Graffiti Kings has done it again, and he is coming out with what I believe is the coolest generative set that Wax has seen yet. There's been some cool sets out there. One of the ones created by me also included, but this is cooler.
Yeah, scroll down just a little bit, and then look at this graphic right here. These are the different variations, and there's so many different styles and cool backgrounds. They have different tools. They'll have different necklaces. They have different shirts, and they have these different cool looking kind of hats on and different faces. And sometimes you have a pet, sometimes you don't. If you actually get a pet, I believe there's going to be 1,000 of the 10,000 that are going to have a pet, and that's going to get you rewarded with a real physical toy.
Pet? A real pet?
Yeah, you get a real pet sent to your house. No, you get a physical version of your Moon Boy. They're going to do one of ones of these freaking physical Moon Boys. It's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, they're going to be vinyl toys. They're going to be incredible, and this is some high quality art right here. This happens. There's a vinyl toy right there. Check him out. He's so badass.
Yeah, he can have different tools. He's like a bad boy. He wants to beat somebody's ass. He's like, take crypto to the moon, baby.
So this happens on Friday at noon Eastern time, cryptomoonboys.com. And you guys, and there's going to be a Graffiti Kings coin that's part of their roadmap as well, and staking. Oh, and a game, by the way. Here's they've added these pictures to the site. Check it out. Here's some.
Yeah, they're so cool. So I would say this: scroll up where you see it, and it says, we're helping out as well. We're Joel and Travis. What's great about this one, if you scroll up a little bit higher, this is the first launch. This is the Bitcoin kit, and the Crypto Moon Boy is going to be the next level, which is going to be minted on ETH. So that's the next level of the roadmap there. Gonna be very cool. Next
level stuff and a game to come. So cryptomoonboys.com. And yes, we are involved in advising on this project, and we think it's going to do very well. And you don't want to miss it. Speaking of missing, if you're listening now, you've already missed this one. Funko has released their second NFT series, this time around the classic vintage restaurant, the Big Boy line. And guess what? They're sold out.
They sold out pretty quickly. Like, I mean, this is how popular wax is becoming, folks. Just to let you know, you had to get into a queue to buy these. Me, I was in the queue. I was 12,000 something in the queue. Joel was what, 25,000?
I was like 25,000. By the time I got let in, they were sold out. But you were nice enough to give me one of the ones that you bought. So thank you.
Well, you could only buy $30 at a time. So you could only buy one big pack or 3 of the standard packs. And so I bought a standard pack, 3 of the standard packs, and that was all I could get. And it was done. So think about that. 25,000 people were all fighting to buy these right now. And they went like that. And somehow wax is only worth like 300 million market cap. Like, how is it not 3 billion? Like, what?
Makes absolutely no sense. But they are sold out and gone. And let's I'm going to jump to this story here, because this launch actually will be live by the time you hear the show. They might be sold out. And this is one that I've been helping out here for a few months. It's Stoneybologna Cards.com, unique NFT digital cannabis trading cards. And these are so fun. I mean, check these out. You got the Girl Scout cookie, you got Master Kush, you got Purple Haze, the Pineapple Express, you've got Palfernalia, and all kinds of different rarities of these. I like look at this one, the Getting Stoned one, where it actually covers it up with stones and then they fall off the character.
Purple Haze got that fire going on.
And they're sound with some of them, with the extraordinary versions. So Stoneybologna Cards.com is where you want to go for this. You could see the full roadmap there. These guys are planning full animated shorts to go along with this, and I don't mean the ones that you wear.
Hey, shorts! Check out my shorts.
I don't mean those.
My shorts is your shorts is as big as mine.
Now, Trav, have you? I discovered this week, and I started playing around just yesterday. Cardano now has NFTs, and there's a website that's a decentralized exchange, I believe, called cnft.io. And with Cardano, you can go to their marketplace and you can look at the different things. I guess I need to log in order to see stuff on here, which I'm not right now. But I found one project that I thought was really interesting. Oh, here we go. Space Buds. There's Huskinsons. This is the one that I found really interesting. Cardano Trees. Check this out. It's cardanoTrees.com. First full on-chain evolutive art living and growing in Cardano blockchain. And so look at these trees. They're not static images. They're evolutive art trees growing on the fly based on time. They grow, give flowers or fruit, shrink in some season, and grow again. Never are they the same, and they live forever in Cardano.
Huh. See, that's something that we knew was going to be popping out. We thought that was going to be awesome. We thought like, how are things going to evolve over time? And here they are on Cardano. And plus, I think it uses such a small amount of energy that it really is a pretty green solution. Yeah. And they're finally launching shit on Cardano.
Yeah, it's really good to see it finally happening. I'm going to see if I can log in here and show you the one that I bought. because I think it's pretty sexy. It's really interesting that it's still very early with buying in the Cardano marketplace. And so when you go to buy something, it's not a simple transaction like it is on Wax or Ethereum. You actually have to use your wallet, scan the QR code, send the ADA to the address there, and then it processes and comes back to you.
So it'll probably get a little bit more smooth over time, but right now it is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. That's awesome. You know what else is awesome? So we're big fans of the Wax ecosystem. And one project that we really like is Nifty Blocks. And Nifty Blocks has done something very unique here, where they have these packs available that have Nifty tokens available in them. And so they basically sold these NFTs and did a fundraising at the same time. And inside these packs, there are various different cards, and there are some good Nifty juice.
Yeah. So the way this works, and their big packs are already sold out. The whale packs are sold out. They've got 3,200 Nifty in them, and Nifty is a utility token that will be used on the site to mint and sell NFTs. And if you're buying, you get a discount by using Nifty. And so really what you get is you get airdropped the Nifty tokens, but inside each of these packs is a Betsy NFT. And what's going to happen is next week, you'll be able to take your Betsy NFT and combine it with a Pioneer Pass that were given out, like 15,000 of them were given out. And there's going to be 3,000 packs only. And those 3,000 packs contain this cross brand, cross IP set. So like there's a Blockchain Heroes card in there. There's cards in there from other series. I don't know which ones are contributing, but there's like 20 of them. And there's only 3,000 of those. So those are going to go super fast.
Yeah. So you got to buy a pack with have the Nifty in it. And then you have to blend it with one of those existing things, and then boom, you open up that other pack. So only 3,000 of those. I don't know how many cards are in each pack, or if there's any Nifty in those other ones, but there's going to be a nice run on those for sure. I can imagine.
They've already raised about $700,000 or so
through an NFT pack sale, folks. To like the pack is you're buying them because you're getting these tokens. I love it. I think this is the first time that I've ever seen anybody do that. Like, you don't have to go to VC and get that vulture capital where they take half of your company.
Nope. Just say, I want to keep my money. So you can go and check out wax.guide to see what's happening on Wax this week. By the way, it appeared that the Megadeth sale was not overly legendary. I think, again, and I don't know that Deadmau5 is sold out either. And they're going to close the sale before they're sold out. And I think it comes down to marketing. I don't think that these companies, they're great at the systems for packaging and delivering the NFTs, but they're not marketing properly. They're not doing enough pre-launch. They're not building enough excitement in community, and people, they're not selling out.
It's unfortunate as well, because you know what, they have a lot of great brands coming, and they think if I just have a great brand and come, they're going to sell out, they're going to do great. Well, Funko did great, right? So that's a good sign. But a lot of these other ones are not, because they're not marketing correctly. And I don't know. I think they need to level up their marketing, and I think they need to drop their ego a little bit.
Go Funko yourself. So the sites that we like to refer to for upcoming drops, niftydrops.io is the first one. If you haven't downloaded the app yet for iOS or Android, go get it. You can go to the website and see stuff and read about any of the upcoming drops that they list. But if you get the app, there's actually a button that says add to calendar, and it automatically adds the time and date for that drop, so you get notified for it. And so I think that's a really,
this one right here, Joel, look at this one. This is the one that I'm excited about. This one, it is awesome. And so there's going to be this rare collection. There's 100 of them Gen Zeros, and then there's 10,000 of their Gen Ones. I don't know if these are the same guys from Hash Marks or whatever, but these are cool little designs. And here are some of the different generated characters. And a lot of them, some of them are already available on OpenSea. but they're just really cool looking. Like, I don't know, are they really selling on September 1st, or are they already sold? Like, hard to say.
You mint them next mint date to be soon. So join the community and learn more about that. So the other site is rarity.tools, where you can see what you've got. So if you want to see all of the pudgy penguins, you can go here, see they're ranked number 7 this week by rarity. You can see the rarest penguin. He's actually really simple to be the rarest penguin. And you can click on your wallet and connect and see there's my pudgy penguin right there. This guy or girl. It's a girl with a guy. Yeah, I don't know.
It's whichever you want.
I don't want to misgender it.
It's fluid.
It's a fluid penguin. So there you go. Anything else you want to cover, Trev?
I have nothing else that I want to cover. I just think it's been great. Oh, I don't know that we talked about this. Gary V did a really interesting launch with his book.
How the hell do we leave that out? I said we were going to talk about it on this show. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it on the show so I actually just was looking through the collections. I was like, oh yeah, V Friends. So Gary V did a live video on, I believe, the 26th, maybe 25th. And he has a book coming out, and he says, if you will buy 12 copies of my book, for every 12 copies of the book that you buy, I'm going to send you an NFT. And so, well, I went ahead and bought some. Joel found it and saw what he was doing. And then I was like, okay, so I think I got 24 books. So I'm going to get a couple NFTs. What'd you get?
I bought 48 books, and I'm going to be giving them away, which gets me 8 NFTs. I'm actually going to drop the link to the story in the show notes. The title is Gary V's next book is a bestseller before release. Here's why. I think there's like 800,000 copies have sold so far during that pre-launch. It's absolutely brilliant. Right. The book is called 12 and a half. By the way, it has a title. And so 12 copies was the deal. And he said, people underestimated me for V Friends. And now V Friends are all trading at a much higher multiplier than people paid for them. And he said, don't underestimate me. Buy these books, and I promise you, you will get a gift back that will be more valuable than the price of these books.
Yep.
So
well,
he's
think about that.
something.
Like the floor on the basic NFTs that he had, like it's basically a ticket to VCon for 3 years. Those were selling at the low price was 0.5 ETH whenever they did the launch. Now the floor on those is 9 ETH, right? The gift goat, the floor whenever they were selling for 5 ETH. Now I just got an offer for like 25 ETH for one of mine, right?
And you're saying no. Crazy. You're saying no, thank you.
And I said no to that. My price point is 33 ETH. So if you want to give me 33 ETH for it, I will say yes.
Then you will take it and you will send your goat on its way. Absolutely one of the most brilliant book marketing perhaps the most brilliant book marketing campaign I've seen, at least in the last decade or so, because he sold ridiculous numbers of books. It's an instant bestseller. He's excited about the book, and he intends to deliver. So the book doesn't ship until November, and they're going to check. So that way people who order send the receipt in and then, cancel. They're not going to get the gift, which I'm assuming is an NFT of some kind. So I think he's coming up with a whole new series. They could be V Friends. They're not going to get you access to a conference. But in fact, somebody asked him, so, because during the live Q&A while the offer was happening, he was live. And they're like, no, you're not going to get access to my conferences as well. It's $300 for 12 bucks. You're not going to get my conference also. He was like, he laughed at them. But I'm assuming it's going to be pretty damn awesome. So I'm excited about that.
Yep. No, I'm excited about it as well. So that's why I went ahead and bought a couple books. Bought 2 packs of them. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with 24 books. I'm probably not even going to read one of them.
Well, I might read one, but I know what I'm going to do. There's an entrepreneurs group here on the island, and they have meetings. In fact, we're going to one this week called Uncommon Entrepreneurs. So I'm going to bring my books with me, and I'm going to hand them out, and I'm going to sign them. I'm going to say, dear John, Gary couldn't be here. Love, Joel.
Very nice. Very nice. I like that. That's friendly. If you need extra books to give away, I'm going to have 24 extra ones. Actually, perfect. I'm sending 4 to me here, And then I'm leaving 4 in the States, and then I'll go take them to like a bookstore or something. Cool deal. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to this episode here. This was a little bit of a long one, but we can't help it because that's the way it is. That's what she said. And that's what we said. And we also said,
keep it nifty.